Hi guys, so we're going to talk to you about cardio today. Thought about doing just one video, but I thought it was such a massive topic that it's probably going to go kind of on and I'll be here talking until probably the end of next week if I did it all in one go. So first video, part one of however many we end up being, not decided yet. Just going to be a basic overview of cardio. So more or less, should you do it, what are the benefits, what are the potential drawbacks? Then we'll kind of branch off into each of those subjects individually over the series. So first up, should you do it? I would say yes. Absolutely 100%. I think no matter what your goal, everyone should be doing some type of cardio. I know there might be arguments against it. Someone who's got particularly fast metabolism, what you deem a quote-unquote hard gainer, who might be burning lots of calories just through their metabolic rate, their BMR, is particularly high and they struggle to gain weight. I'd still say a bit of cardio is beneficial for them. Likewise, even someone like a heavyweight powerlifter who perhaps only competes in powerlifting, always working in lower rep ranges, I still think cardio would be beneficial. Excuse me. Only thing I would say is I wouldn't make cardio the main form of activity for the vast majority of people unless your goals are purely cardio based. Again, that'd be another one we come into. But yeah, for most people watching this, I think who are probably training for body composition, perhaps strength, performance as well, absolutely 100% yes, you should be doing some form of cardio. Is in my opinion. I'm sure that I'll get quite a few people saying, well, I don't do cardio and I'm at 5% body fat, or deadlift triple body weight and I didn't do any cardio or whatever, which is fine. Again, do what works for you at the end of the day. But just from my own personal experience, from reading, from working with clients, I think cardio is important. How you define cardio, a bit different as well, but that's another thing we'll go into. A lot of people think cardio, right, I'll go for a jog or go on a cross train of half an hour, which isn't necessarily, it's definitely not the only form of cardio. And I'd say in most cases it's not the best form either, again, relative to your goals, obviously. Basic overview of the benefits and potential drawbacks to it. So first off, benefit is work capacity. So work capacity more or less relates to your overall level of fitness. Again, fitness is one that can be quite confusing. A lot of people just relate fitness with cardiovascular fitness. You ran a marathon, you must be incredibly fit. Or if I see a power lifter, lifting everything in the 3 to 5 rep range, you go, he's not very fit, might be strong, but he's not fit. Again, fitness is relative. So it's kind of specific to the activity you're doing. So someone who's really good at powerlifting is particularly fit for their sport. Someone who competes in a marathon in 8 hours, I wouldn't deem particularly fit per se. Not saying it's not a good thing to do, but I'd say fitness, as I said, is relative to what you're doing. Work capacity is in essence kind of the amount of work you can do in a given time. So if we take just a general kind of weight training session, someone who could perhaps do, say 5 exercises in a 45-minute session, say 5 sets of each, 8 to 10 reps, working at 75% of 1 rep max on anything, just a generic example, would have a better work capacity than someone who can only do, say 3 exercises in 45 minutes, working at a much lower intensity. I think cardio, whatever form you do, will increase that work capacity. It will allow you to decrease your rests, allow you to train harder, recover quicker as well, which leads us on to the next point, which is recovery. So recovery between sets, I think cardio helps with, and recovery between sessions as well. Not got any data at the moment, so I'll try and find some and put it in another blog and talk more about this. But personally, I feel that when you're doing a bit of recovery, either after your training or at a separate time of day or on a different day, you tend to recover better between sessions. Again, depends on the intensity, depends on the type, but definitely helps recovery. Obviously, heart health and cardiovascular fitness as well is a big one. Even day-to-day activities. I think I've noticed before when I've not done any cardio because I was bulking, aka getting fat. When I didn't do any cardio, I noticed actually day to day, things like running up a flight of stairs, I could do it, but I'd be a bit puffed out at the top. It's quite embarrassing actually being a trainer, going around with mates around town or whatnot, being out of breath after climbing a flight of stairs. So just day to day it helps with anything really. Calorie burn as well. You know, doing cardio, even if you're looking to put on weight, actually helps burn a few more calories, get to eat a bit more food. In my book, that is always a bonus. So yeah, I'd say they're kind of the main benefits. There are others, again, we'll have another video blog with a few more benefits. Potential drawbacks, actually the final benefit is also a drawback to actual calorie burn, relating back to what we had at the beginning with our hard gainer, or classic ectomorph body type, fast metabolism, skinny, finds it hard to bulk up. A lot of the time these guys, whilst they are at a potential genetic disadvantage for building muscle, quite a bit of time, just the fact they don't eat enough. So if you're throwing cardio in on top of that and not eating enough already, burning more calories, then that's obviously going to be a downside if you're looking to bulk up. Also got the fact, while it can help recovery, it can impair recovery as well. If you're going all out interval training all the time, 5-6 days a week on top of 5 or 6 training sessions, then clearly that's going to take its toll. Might affect your strength in your weight sessions. Also, third point, could lead to injury. Again, if you're really going for it, whilst I think generally most cardio activities, if you're doing them properly, should be relatively safe, as should weight training, there's always that risk. You know, if you're someone like a trail runner, going out, especially at this time of year, here in the UK, it's quite wet, quite muddy. If you think, oh, I'll go, you know, do my Marth Road run, get some cardio in, or do some hill sprints, whatever, you slip and pull something, could put you out of action for a while. So injury is another one. There's the argument potentially that sort of steady state cardio performed for long durations down-regulates muscle building hormones. I'm kind of unconvinced on that. I think it's probably got some merit, but for most people I don't think we need to worry about it. With generally vastly sort of overstated, again completely dependent on how much you're doing, what else you're doing, food intake, training volume, intensity, frequency, everything like that. But it's something just to bear in mind. You probably don't want to go nuts on the steady state cardio. Likewise, there's the whole thing about metabolism. You know, steady state potentially has a negative effect on metabolism, whereas high intensity potentially, again, has a beneficial effect on metabolism. But yeah, I think we've ended up with kind of 5 benefits and 5 disadvantages. So I'll kind of look at all of those in a bit more detail, and also talk about the best ways to implement it in your training for whatever your goals are. So whether it's fat loss, whether it's muscle gain, strength and performance. Like I said, even if someone is purely training for strength, I would still get them to do some form of cardio in their routine. Just kind of it. As probably be another day or two to do the next blog. So if you've got anything you want me to address in particular, drop it in the comment box down below, or head over to facebook.com/healthylivingheavylifting. Just send me a message right on the wall, or post under this video, and we shall cover it in there. That's all for now, guys. I shall put together a list of what we'll talk about. Drop your comments, and yeah, we'll cover it all in the next few videos. Have a good one.